Hi Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we do a daily crossword puzzle. Move that off to the side. Today we've got the Weekender Cryptic. This appears in the Canadian publication The Globe and Mail every Saturday, always created by Fraser Simpson. This is a standard cryptic crossword puzzle. It uses Canadian language though, or at least it makes an effort to avoid UK language, which is why I like it. So it's a brand of English that's a little bit closer to the English that I speak every day, that I read in every day. So let's see how we do today. What I'm going to do is go through each of the clues once. I'll try and solve them on the first reading. Then I'll take another pass through the puzzle, looking at crossing letters that I've generated. If that still doesn't work, then I will use 3 single-letter hints. And if that still doesn't get us to the completed puzzle, then I will start revealing words and try and reverse engineer the wordplay from there. And this is my own effort to learn cryptic crosswords. I've been at this for a number of years and still not quite what I consider a very good cryptic crossword solver, but I'm getting better. So you're welcome to join me on this journey and let me know in the comments how you find these. All right, here we go. One across is France's pound. France's proud. France's proud. It's demonstrating maximal aggressiveness. France's proud. It's demonstrating maximal aggressiveness. And if you're new to cryptics, we need to split the clue somewhere into 2 parts, generally. One side will be a crossword definition, the other side will be wordplay that generates that same set of letters. France's references to countries usually sometimes mean that we're taking the using that country's language. So maybe the French word for proud, although that's kind of not one you'd learn in first year French. Orgueilleuse, I think is proud. That doesn't fit. All right, I'm not sure what that one is. 5 across is computer company finally bought small program. If our definition is computer, company can be CO. Finally bought, the last letter of T, and then a small program is an app. COTAP, that's not a computer. Is there another word for small program? Small, S for small. Well, not seeing that one. Okay, 10 across, Luigi's brother, 1 week before St. Patrick's Day, with a question mark. And the question mark might mean we're not following that rule of splitting the clue into 2 parts. Maybe the entire clue is both definition and wordplay. Luigi's brother is Mario from the Mario Brothers video games. 1 week. Does that give us 1 week before St. Patrick's Day somehow? March 10th. St. Patrick's Day is the 17th of March. Yeah, so March 10th would be 1 week before St. Patrick's Day. So we have March I-O representing the number 10, and we get Mario, Luigi's brother. 11 across, drop water all over capital. Drop water all over capital. The 3-6 means we're looking for 2 words here, 3 letters and 6 letters. So maybe there's a capital city, new something, drop water all over. Drop could be do or be. Nope. 12 across, quite wise, spoiling an elder. We need 7 letters. I think spoiling is probably an anagram indicator. An elder is 7 letters. So if we take those 7 letters and we spoil them, we anagram them, do we get a 7-letter word that means quite wise? An elder. Probably, but I'm not seeing it. 13 across, CIA cops praise Lady Bird Johnson, actually. CIA cops praise Lady Bird Johnson, actually. So the security officers at the CIA are giving praise to the former First Lady, Lady Bird Johnson. Actually, that's not what is going on. Cops can mean to grab something, to seize it. Let me cop a donut or something. So if we have CI and A, and it is copying a synonym for praise like laud. Was Lady Bird Johnson's name actually Claudia? That fits with the wordplay. I did not know that. So CIA is copying laud, a synonym for praise, and we get Claudia, which I assume is Lady Bird Johnson's actual first name. So she was known as Lady Bird, but actually her name was Claudia. I think that's what is going on there. 14 across, guy with mostly fearless bureaucrat. Guy can be man or he. Mostly fearless, maybe a synonym for fearless, but only most of it. And we get a synonym for bureaucrat. And I don't know what it would be. 16 across, gourmet mushroom repelled one shy kid. I think gourmet mushroom makes me think morel, M-O-R-E-L. That is a gourmet mushroom. Repelled one shy kid. If we spell morel backwards, morel could be repelled could be a reversal indicator. One shy kid. No, I don't think that's right. There's probably another name of a mushroom. I don't know. Meshes wrapped around second egg containers. Meshes wrapped around second egg containers. That's kind of what I'm thinking in my mind. Egg containers is going to be the definition. Second can be abbreviated as S, or you also often see MO, short for moment, as a synonym for second. So do we have a four-letter word for meshes, and we wrap that around S? Yes, meshes are nets. Nets are wrapped around S for second, and we get bird nests are egg containers. 21 across, depressingly petty tenants like home improvement projects. Home improvement projects could be DIY, do it yourself. Tenants could be renters. I'm thinking we're going to get a synonym for depressingly petty. And that's not clicking. 24 across, shells turned over in a cleaning solution. I've seen shells used as the letter O. The letter O looks like an egg, so egg shells can be O sometimes, maybe. Cleaning solution, lye, L-Y-E. Or Lysol. In A, we might need to use that letter A somewhere in the wordplay. Shells turned over. Nope. 26 across. Bill, seal hunter turned circus performer. Meet Bill. He is a former seal hunter, but now he is a circus performer. Is kind of the surface reading I choose to believe. But the real meaning, Bill can be will. Bill could be a currency note, a note. Seal hunter turned. If we have a word for seal hunter or hunter and we turn it, we reverse it and add it to note or bill, or maybe it's like 1 or 10 or 5, a bill, like a $5 bill. I think in Canada they have $2 bills. I think their $2 bill is called a loonie, or is that a coin? Circus performer. No, not getting that. 27 across, lead astray, desperate captain in light fog. And even though you might need to pronounce L-E-A-D as lead to make the surface reading work, for wordplay purposes, that could be led. The chemical symbol for lead is Pb, I believe. Or is lead going astray? Are we anagramming lead? Desperate captain. A desperate captain from literature could be Ahab. Astray, desperate. Desperate could be an anagram indicator for astray. Or is lead astray our definition? And we have an anagram of captain in, that is 7 letters. Light fog, could that mean to take only the F and G from fog? No, I'm not sure about that. 28 across, endlessly insulted on Great Lake. Great Lake is capitalized, but in cryptic crosswords, the capitalization doesn't necessarily signify. So we could be looking for the name of a lake that is not a Great Lake, and we have a synonym for insulted, but we're dropping the last letter. We add maybe a G for great, and we get the name of a lake. It could be anywhere in the world. Do I know any lakes that end in G? Nope. 29 across, banquet noisemaker. So I think here we just need a word that is a synonym of banquet and a synonym for noisemaker. What is it? A banquet, a feast, a meal, a dinner, a supper. Do any of those mean noisemaker? Noisemaker could be a cracker, a firework, Could a cracker be a banquet? No, I don't think so. 30 across, unless, C-R-A-C-K. Oh, that doesn't fit. 30 across, independent part in sample church altarpiece, maybe. Church altarpiece, maybe. What's an example of an altarpiece? No, I'm not getting. Okay, didn't get much for the acrosses. Let's look at the downs. 1 down. Relatives are unsuccessful outside front of men's health club. Front of men's could be this M. Unsuccessful. Going outside the front of M. Our synonym is, our definition is probably relatives or health club. Health club could be a spa. Unsuccessful. Poor and relatives. No. 2 down. They help you hear mysterious things in city trains. Another 2-word phrase. Ear, some kind of hearing aid, like an ear trumpets or ear. They help you hear. Your ears help you hear mysterious things in city trains. No, that one's not clicking either. 3 down, officially recognized as bird study retreats. Retreats, probably a reversal indicator. Study could be read. Officially recognized might be our definition. No, 4 down. In South Dakota, finished off, full. So we start with the state abbreviation for South Dakota, SD. We have a synonym. In South Dakota, we put a synonym for finished off, 8. And we get sated, which means full. Okay, that one is easy. The others I'm not getting any luck with. 6 down, carry label in sweater. Sweater with a question mark, one who sweats. carry, port, tag. Tag is probably sweater, or I mean label. What do you sweat with? You sweat with your pores. So we put in pour, and inside pour we put a word for label, tag, and we get portage. Portage is the carrying of something. 7 down, sounded like cattle, call, ultimately was short. Sounded like cattle, mood or load. They sounded like cattle, they mooed. Call, ultimately. That's probably L or S. Was short, owed. Okay, so call ultimately is the last letter of the word call, L. If you were short on your bills or your debts, you owed, and then we put those together to get load, which is a synonym for sounded like cattle. Sounded like cattle, call. No, sounded like cattle. We're using call is the call ultimately. Okay. 8 down, Artie repeatedly developed garden displays. Is there a famous Artie? I mean, Artie's last name. I know Artie Howe. I think there's a hockey player named Artie. No, I'm thinking of Gordie Howe. Artie Johnson. And then we repeat that. Garden displays. Development could be an anagram indicator. Maybe we're developing Artie, but we're repeating some of the letters in Artie. Do we get garden displays for that? What are garden displays? I don't know. 9 down, tells all about Father Christmas's first intermediate distances. Tells all. Going about Father Christmas's first, FC, tells all, like reveals. And then do we get a synonym for intermediate distances? No. Nope. Okay, 15 down. Rex, 10 years back, spread around touch of flu, embarrassed. 10 years could be a decade. Are we spelling decade backwards? It would be like this. C-A-D-E. Embarrassed, red-faced. Rex is the Latin word for king. And Elizabeth Regina was ER. CR is the signature for Charles Rex, Charles the King, King Charles. So I think Rex is this R. 10 years back is decade, spelled backwards. And it is spread around a touch of flu, this letter F, the first letter of flu. And we get a 2-word phrase that means embarrassed, red-faced, 3 letters and 5 letters. That's what that one is. 17 down, millwork just traps, current roommate of Ernie. Roommate of Ernie is Bert. Bert and Ernie. We put Bert in here somewhere. I think if Ernie is part of the wordplay, or roommate of Ernie is being trapped, then millwork is going to be the answer or the definition, or maybe just will. Just can be only or fair. If it traps current, the current is symbolized by I in electrical diagrams. I'm looking at a 4-letter synonym of just, maybe, with IBERT in it. No, we need 5-letter. That gives us Bert is 5 letters. We need 4 more. Yep, just and millwork. So if it begins with a 2-letter word, in or on, of, to, not quite getting it. 18 down, crazy Hun, ready for battle, not yet wounded. If you are not yet wounded, you are unharmed. Crazy Hun, are we anagramming Hun, or are we taking Attila, a well-known Hun, and anagramming Attila? Ready for battle. Armed. Okay, yeah, so Crazy Hun is an anagram of Hun, U-N-H. Ready for battle is armed, and we get not yet wounded, unharmed. 20 down, handle, measurement of Spooner when the cock crows. 7 letters. So Spooner is a reference to somebody who is well known for mixing up the first letters of phrases. A recent puzzle had banning Ted to Spooner, and it ended up being tanning bed, so we're switching the T and the B. So we're going to have 2 words that mean handle measurement. We switch the letters and we get a single word that means when the cock crows. The cock crows at sunrise. Handle measurement, run size. So measurement would be size. Can handle be run? Yeah, I run a project, I handle it. So I think handle is run, measurement is size, run size, according to Spooner, who would switch the first letters of each word and we would get sunrise. Spooner clues are always very difficult for me to visualize. 22 down, a U.S. tax agency in dirigible. A dirigible is an airship. So I think A, U.S. tax agency, is IRS. In, if something is in, it's popular, it's hip, and we get dirigible, an airship. 23 down, smell, hot individual, trapped in school. Hot can be H. If we put the H here, individual can be 1 or I, or 1, and that could be trapped in a school. Yeah, so that's not enough letters. Smell is a sense. No. Okay, not sure about that. 25 down, fictional lawyer from a song, essentially. I'm not even sure where to begin with that one. Fictional could be our definition, or fictional lawyer, looking for like Perry Mason or something like that. From a song, essentially. What is a song, essentially? No. 26 down, a cold bunk upset person in cast. A, C, cold. Bunk means nonsense, or rot in Canada. You're full of rot, and a person in a cast. It's upset, so it's spelled backwards. And we get actor, a person in a cast. Okay, where have we got some letters filled in? 5 across. Apple is a computer company. We take Apple Computer Company with the finally bought, the last letter of bought, T, and we get applet, a small computer program. Drop water all over capital. Three and 6. The. No. Can I get 8 down? Already repeatedly. Develop garden displays. No. What about 16 across? Gourmet mushroom. Okay. Enoki. Enoki is mushroom. Repelled one is O-N-E, spelled backwards. Shy kid, I guess kid, but he's one letter shy of the full word, so we get enoki. I'm pretty sure enoki is a mushroom. I just don't know this one. I don't know that one. Can I get 1 down? Relatives are unsuccessful. I've looked at that. I think this begins with ear. This would be an E. Maximal aggressiveness. Does it end in N-E-S-S? Okay, no, not getting any of those. I think you're going to have to reveal most of those in that upper left corner. 24 across, shells turned over in a cleaning solution. A cleaning solution. Shells. Ammunition? Turned over. Lead astray. Misdirect. Fits. Desperate captain. Light fog is mist. Tried to kiss her in the fog and missed. Dire is desperate. C is captain. So we start with light fog, mist. Inside mist we put desperate, dire, and C for captain. We get misdirect, to lead astray. Endlessly insulted. If you're insulted, you feel hurt. But it's endlessly, so it's H-U-R. Then on is O-N, and we get Huron, one of the Great Lakes. That's not what I was thinking, but I think that works out better than what I was thinking. Acrobat is a circus performer for 26 across. Bill, the bill is tab. Orca is a seal hunter. So tab orca turned, spelled backwards, gives us acrobat for a circus performer. Stench. Okay, school can be abbreviated as S-C-H. C-H. Hot individual. How would you rate this individual on a scale of 1 to 10? A very hot individual would be a 10, and we get stench. Independent part. In sample church altar, I think triptych is something that might appear on a church altarpiece. Independent part, PT. Sample, to try. I'm not quite getting the wordplay. I think sample is try, either this T-R-Y or this is the last Y for a sample, because we're putting part, we're putting independent part in sample. Why PT? PT could be part. I don't know where we're getting this. And it's a triptych with an I, maybe. Independent, I. A voter would have, or a member of parliament would have I if they were an independent. Okay, so we start with T-R-Y. That is sample. Sample this, try it. Independent and PT, an abbreviation for part, is going in try. Put it next to church. CH is abbreviation for church. And we get altarpiece, maybe. There might be a triptych A triptych, it wouldn't be the altarpiece. An altarpiece, a piece that goes behind the altar, could be a triptych, a three-paneled piece of art. Okay, you see those in churches a lot. Millwork. So roommate of Ernie is B-E-R-T. Just, only, trapping current, I. Does on liberty mean mill work? No, on liberty. It's two words. Mill work, on liberty. If you're on liberty, you are able to leave the ship. If you're a sailor... Okay, the wordplay gives me on liberty. I don't understand how on liberty is a synonym of mill work. Does mill work mean to skip work, maybe, in Canada? That's a phrase I'm not familiar with. But I think the wordplay is right. Depressingly petty. Tenants like home. If you're home, you're in. I'm at home, I'm in. Improvement projects. I feel like I could get that one maybe with some more time. Guy with mostly fearless bureaucrat. Tells all. Reveals. That's all I can think of here. This would be an S. Let me look at this one more time. Shells turned over in a cleaning solution. No. Okay, so I'm going to reveal 3 letters, and if that still doesn't help, I am going to get some, just start revealing words. So let me reveal this one. Maybe up here I'll try this first letter, and I'll try this one, I guess. Tupperware. No, all over capital. Top. To drop water is tap or top? All over capital. Capital can mean money. No, here I got cleaning solution could be ammonia. Shells turned over. Ammo could be shells. Ammunition. I was thinking of ammunition as a synonym for shells. I didn't consider ammo a shortened form of ammunition. Ammo in an A turned over gives us NIA, and we get ammonia, cleaning solution. So then this one, a song essentially is music. Is there a fictional lawyer named Music? I've seen Music used as a last name. There was an actor named Lorenzo Music. He was the voice of Garfield in the animated TV series. I think that's right. I don't understand the fictional lawyer part. Maybe there's a Canadian TV show or book series about a lawyer named Music. Banquet noisemaker. No, and I put in this L here for spoiling an elder. Oh, quite wise is learned. My learned colleague is quite wise, and that is an anagram of an elder. So spoiling an elder gives us learned, which means quite wise. Family is relatives. Unsuccessful, fail. Fail. Outside front of men's. Then where do we get the Y from? Oh, the Y. The YMCA is a health club. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. So France could be just this letter F. F for France, or maybe FR. Like on one of those bumper country plates they have in Europe. Proud, it's Demonstrate. Yeah, still not getting that. They help you here. Could maximal aggressiveness be freshness? No. This looks like Tupperware. Drop water all over capital. And the garden displays. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to get, unless I really just took some time to stare at the puzzle. But in the interest of time, let's start revealing some complete words and see if we can figure out the wordplay. This is France is proud. It's demonstrating maximal aggressiveness. Okay. The word for proud in French is an orgueilleux or orgueilleuse, but fier also means proud. I knew that and did not remember it. Fier means proud in France. In France, C-E-S-T, means it's. And the one who is demonstrating maximal aggressiveness is the fiercest of the lot. I think this begins with ear. It is an ear something. I don't know what the city train is doing there. Reveal the word. Ear canals. They help you hear. Ear canals. Mysterious things in city trains. Oh, I think this is a reference to the elevated trains in Chicago. Maybe they have them in Toronto, or maybe just Canadian readers would be familiar with the ELS. So city trains are Ls. Mysterious things is arcana. Arcane things collectively are known as arcana. So arcana goes in Ls, and we get things that help us hear, ear canals. Officially recognized. Crowned. Okay, bird is crow. Study is your den. A study is a room here. I was thinking of read as a synonym for a verb. So study retreats is den. Crow is the bird. And if you are crowned, you are officially recognized, I guess. Okay. 14 across, guy with mostly fearless bureaucrat. A bureaucrat is a Mandarin. Yeah, that is one sense of the word. From Chinese history, the Mandarins were the civil service of the empire. Guy is man. Fearless is daring. So mostly fearless is daring with the G removed. We get man, darin, and we get Mandarin. Tells all about. Spills. Intermediate distances. Not sure. Okay. Intermediate distances is the first, or distances is the definition. Tells all sings. Sings is going about. PAC. Father Christmas is first. Father is PA. Paw. So Father Christmas, we don't capitalize Father. It's not Father Christmas. It's Father, and then the first letter of Christmas. So Father is paw. First letter of Christmas is C. That goes inside spacings for intermediate distances. Let's find out this one. Drop water all over capital. Top drawer. All over is an anagram indicator. Did not think of an anagram there. Okay, so if we anagram drop water, we get top drawer, which in Canadian or UK English could be first rate. Old chap, top drawer, I say. Yes, okay. Artie repeatedly developed garden displays. Terraria. The plural of terrarium, that could be a garden display. And I think that has the letters from Artie, but some of them are repeated. And I don't like it when they do that, but I've seen that quite a bit. It is terraria. I'll say that we're taking the letters from Artie, some of them are repeated, then we're developing it to give us an anagram of terraria, which are garden displays. Depressingly petty tenants, like home improvement projects. Nope. Dismally, depressingly. Petty is small. DIY is home improvement project. Tenants means that DIY is tenanting or housing, a synonym for petty, small. Did not think about that. Okay. And our last one here, banquet, noisemaker. We need a word that is a synonym of both of those words. Let's find out what it is. Dinner. Okay, so music turned out to be wrong. Let's take those out and we'll look at that one more time. Dinner is a noisemaker. Din can be a noise, a loud noise. Such a din outside. I guess a dinner is one who is making a din. Okay. Never seen the word used that way, but I'll certainly allow it. And a banquet is a dinner. This is Perry Mason, isn't it? And this is a hidden. Essentially tells us to look at the phrase from a song and find a string of letters in there, and we get Mason. Perry Mason is a fictional lawyer from TV and probably a series of books as well. And I think that is the answer. Okay, so almost 40 minutes, and I had to use probably about half the puzzle was words I had to reveal. So did not do very well on this one. Dinner, still didn't, I don't think I would have ever gotten that. Triptych I got just from something that might appear on a church altarpiece. But I really had to think about the wordplay even after I had it filled in. Claudia came pretty easy to me. Top drawer did not come easy. Were the ones that I got quickly. I think just Claudia. Acrobat, I think I had I had to reveal some letters to get that one. Airship I got, I think, quickly. A lot of them, I had the wordplay figured out, but couldn't quite come up with the right synonym that we needed to use. So I feel like that's a sign of progress. All right, so this one was I haven't made much progress over the last few weeks in terms of getting faster or smoother in solving these. So I guess I just need more practice. I do this puzzle, the Weekender, is, like I say, uses Canadian English, but this only appears on Saturday. The weekday cryptics in the Globe and Mail are from the Times of London, and they're the quick cryptics that appear there, and then they appear a couple weeks later in the Globe and Mail. I also try and solve the cryptics from the Independent and the Guardian whenever I can. Those aren't behind a paywall, so they are available to people, and I find those to be very, very difficult. So I guess I'm still struggling. I'm still an apprentice when it comes to cryptic crosswords, but I'll keep working. Let me know in the comments how you did with this, and if there's anything I missed. Was there anything where I just couldn't figure out the wordplay? Oh, on liberty as a synonym for millwork. If you are from Canada or you know that phrase, how on liberty is millwork, let me know that. I'd be curious to know. Yeah, a good puzzle. All fair once I figured it out. All right, thanks for joining me. Please come back for more puzzling games. I'll see you next time.